Hello Geminis, welcome to your mid-month reading for January 2020. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, just send me an email. My email is below and we can go ahead and set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please spread your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Geminis for the middle of January 2020. What do you see? What do they need to know? Any messages that you have to help them reach your higher ground and become closer to the divine? The divine for their greater good would be appreciated, and we thank you. Middle of January 2020 for Geminis, please. General energies for Geminis. General energies for Geminis, middle of January, please. What do you see? We have the King of Wands and the upright. I have completed my 2020 Sun Moon readings. They are in my playlist. Go check those out. And I left the 2019 Sun Moon readings up there also. They'll remain up there if you want to check those out. Three of Wands in the upright is in the challenge position. For those of you that are a little thrifty, ask me a question on the Instant Go app. You can also check me out on Facebook and Insta. Queen of Pentacles in the advice position. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate in the link below. In support of my channel, always appreciated. Two of Wands in the upright and the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. All right, so we have the King of Wands here. Really motivated, really determined individual. I'm feeling like this is you guys. I feel like you're the boss. You guys have become the boss of your life, and you're kind of determining how things are going to go about. You're now leading things. You're empowering yourself. You're figuring out how things are going to go. I mean, you're feeling charming. You're feeling, great with people. Feeling very passionate. Feeling very sexy. And feeling all of this. And I feel like your general energies is like, this is what I'm going to be about going forward. This is what I've decided. This is what I've determined. This guy has he just has like a burning determination on his face, motivation, drive. So you have this incredible drive on how things are going to be done differently going forward from your perspective. It's either that, or obviously there's an individual who is influencing you in that way. Now, in the challenge position, we have the Three of Wands. So you have all this gusto, you have all this drive, everything's kind of, great, you're determined, you're like, here I am, world, I'm ready to go. But opportunities are eluding you, they're out of your reach. You can't seem to get things to come to you, you can't seem to make the connections. You see it all out there, you're surveying things. Wow, I see this, I see that, I want this, I want that. But there's a huge amount of distance between you and these things are not coming any closer to you. They seem to be actually moving away from you. Could be due to communication, difficulties with communications. Could be because you're just not thinking outside of the box, or you're having an inability to kind of do so. You're not trying different things. That could be part of the challenge, or dating different people. So you could be limiting yourself in a lot of ways. But the challenge is you're just trying to figure out, here I am, I'm ready, I'm all about this now, I've done a total soul makeover, I'm all charged up, and then it kind of falls flat because everything's not kind of running towards you. In vice position, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the reverse. So the Queen of Pentacles, the reverse, is kind of saying to me, this motivation, this determination, what you have, is it coming from a genuine place? Okay. Or is it coming, from a place of, the Queen of Pentacles can be a little bit, shallow. When it comes to money, she makes money the end all. She makes work the end all. I almost feel like the advice is, you doing this and you being so determined and motivated, where's the motivation coming from? Is it coming from a pure place? And, is this focus on the material things? Who are you setting aside while this is kind of going on? And these are considerations that should kind of happen, or when you want to get to where you are financially, or let's say opportunities are financial opportunities. What else? What are you losing sight of while this is going on? Okay, or while you're being the King of Wands back here. As you move on from this, I do see you figuring this out. Okay, that's the good news, because I see the Two of Wands. So you actually, I feel like you're kind of taking a step back and you're looking and you're realizing, okay, this is what I want. This is what I envisioned. This is, I feel like instead of being so actionary, if that's a word, you're kind of taking a step back and reconsidering things, okay, and the choices that you have available to you, and are you willing to take the risks that you have to take in order for this stuff to kind of happen. And you are considering new ways of doing things, whereas here I think you were hesitant to do them. Here you're actually considering them. You're considering risk, new ways of going about doing things, thinking outside of the box, things like that. And then through this is where I think you become successful, because now we have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. And the Nine of Pentacles is a woman. She's I don't want to say woman, but it's just success. She has everything she needs. She's very comfortable in her own skin. She's self-sufficient, independent. She has the security, the class she needs, the status that she needs, and she doesn't need to include anybody in on it. So I almost feel like you unlock the map, or you found the map to going forward in regards to this. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers here. Why is this King of Wands? And then it's okay just to be like, by yourself, because I almost feel like with the Two of Wands, you're considering doing it with somebody, because the Two of Wands is plans and partnership. So it's making plans with a partner. And with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you're saying, I can go this alone. I don't kind of need that. And being secure in that. Why is the King of Wands in the upright? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the King of Wands in the upright for Geminis. Who's this person? What's this energy? Just Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands. Oh, so this is a fake it till you make it scenario. Okay, so that's what the problem is with this King of Wands. You aren't really like embodying the King of Wands. You're projecting the King of Wands. So you're kind of saying to yourself, "Ooh, if I act like this, I'm going to take on the world and everything. It's going to happen." Okay, you don't want people to see the internals that are going on, because inside your internals, not a lot of confidence going on. Really worried about failing, worried about what other people are thinking. Page of Swords in reverse. It's a not saying something, but fear if you say something you'll be challenged, or you express a view, or if you say something that needs to be said, there's going to be repercussions for it. So it's almost like I see a little mouse inside of you, but you kind of think, well, if I sit here and I project this King of Wands, maybe it will take, or maybe people will believe it. I see the Four of Swords here in the reverse, which to me I'm getting that this it's kind of, things aren't working out for you. Okay, so because things aren't working out and you're running on the hamster wheel, and nothing seems to be, you decide, okay, well, I'm going to take on this persona, I'm going to think like this person, I'm going to be this person, I'm going to project this person, and then the whole world's going to open up to me. I'm timid. You have all this stuff going on internally, but you're like, I'm not going to be like that anymore. I'm going to be like this. But I feel like you're telling yourself that you're doing it, but you're not embracing it. You're not actually embodying it, and you're not actually doing it. Okay. And that's what kind of prevents the opportunities from happening and the challenges from happening, because telling yourself and doing it is one thing. Something in theory is great. In practice, it's a whole other. Why is this Three of Wands here? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so I mean, fake it till you make it might not be working in this instance. You can't seem to make anything kind of practically happen. If you're trying to start a business or go back to school or get educated, or there's a lot of blocking goals. Everything that you're doing is kind of short term. It's not really panning out for the long term. The Nine of Pentacles is here in your challenge position, so that whole, wanting to be financially independent, wanting to be, not needing anybody is eluding you, okay? And this is definitely something that's kind of hanging over your head. You're trying to figure out why, why can't I be like this? And the Sun card, in reverse, it's a temporary influence, okay? And it's also a card of being overly confident. So that was the challenge. I mean, you might have exuded like overconfidence, and you might not have been able to kind of, follow up with things, or what have you. And you kind of thought, boom, if I just kind of like, come in with this drive and this confidence, things are going to start happening. And I don't feel like you kind of followed through on that. And I think inside you were worried, concerned, not saying things that should be said, and so that prevented things from happening. Because the King of Wands takes risks. He doesn't kind of hold back, and I get that inside you are holding back. Why is this Queen of Pentacles here reversed? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the Queen of Pentacles are reversed for advice. So I mean, I think they're trying to make you realize, so why isn't this stuff getting off of the ground? Where is it coming from? You weren't really, because the Queen of Pentacles, I mean, it can be kind of not having followed through. It can be, not practically following through with something, and that's a matter of saying it and then not doing it. Ace of Wands in reverse is so the advice is, did it work out for you? Look at how that method worked. It didn't work out for you because it didn't come from a genuine place. You really didn't embody it. You broke your promise to yourself, or you used it to hide. And then as a result, things didn't turn out the way you wanted them to. A lot of projects got started, but they never took off. There were a lot of delays. You weren't kind of inspired or motivated to do anything. Devil card is being chained to kind of negative habits, patterns, ways of doing things. That's also the card of Capricorn. So again, I mean, where was this coming from? Did it come from the purest place? The best of intentions, or what have you? Were you telling yourself the truth is probably the best way of kind of phrasing that. And did it work out for you? Because here we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which is very much about financial failure, discord, usually when it comes to family or home, loneliness, making your personal life second, which is notorious of the Queen of Pentacles. She just kind of like, pushes people aside while she kind of works, does her own agenda, leaves people at home. Why is the Two of Pentacles here the Two of Wands here in the upright? For Geminis, who is this person? What is this energy? Two of Wands in the upright in regards to how Gemini will be moving forward from the middle of January, forward from this reading. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Hold on, let me do a shuffle. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here in the upright? For how Gemini will be moving forward for the middle of January and or from this reading. Why is Nine of Pentacles here? Okay, so I feel like what kind of released you is really kind of confronting your uncertain emotions that you have. Or we were talking about not being sure of yourself. Well, I don't want to deal with that, so I'm just going to act like this, and then everything will just kind of happen. And, I think with one of the considerations that you had with the Two of Wands was, if I don't kind of confront these uncertain emotions that I have within myself and what makes me wishy-washy and these feelings and things like that, I'm not going to get anywhere, okay? And the Death card is here in reversed. Oh, so it's still a process for you then. So this is a process. It's not like boom, it's finished here. You're actually starting to realize things and kind of what's holding you up. The Nine of Pentacles, like I said, is you getting to that place that you want to get. But I almost feel like the way the Pentacles are kind of coming up like this, I feel like it's a process. See how it starts very little, and then the Pentacles get bigger and bigger. It's almost like they're showing you like a story, like growth, because you're not there yet. It's a process. And the Death card is because you're realizing things that you're holding on to, and not wanting to change, staying in stuff that's like unhealthy. Hello, the Devil card here. But you're recognizing it. Okay, so even though you're not coming out of it, I don't feel like you aren't coming out of it. I feel like the middle of January is you recognizing, and just that awareness is going to actually cause you to put forth some sort of action, because this action didn't work. So you can't keep on telling yourself something and think it's going to work out. You actually have to go internally and do the work, I feel like. And you're kind of looking and going, "Oh, okay. So, I just can't just kind of bury it and act like it's not there. What I need to do is figure out why it's there." Okay? And that's up for you guys to answer. Can't answer that one for you. So, that's what I have for you. Well, I could if you get a personal reading. Like, I slip that in there. If you'd like a personal reading, just send me an email. We can go ahead and set that up. My email is below. Check out my 2020 Sun Moon readings on my playlist, along with my 2019s. Ask me a question on Instago. Check me out on Facebook and Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.